The drama is already wild, so let's jump straight into the chaos. First up, fans are convinced the Thanksgiving broadcast crew mixed up Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift, and honestly, the internet hasn't recovered since. And then, insiders claim Taylor and Travis might not stop at one wedding, with multiple celebrations allegedly in play.
They could actually maybe have this ceremony at this resort that's her neighbor, or have the ceremony there and then have a party there.
Next, Swifties are side-eyeing her docuseries after noticing how Travis-centric the new trailer looks.
We both entertain people, his with considerably more violence than mine.
After that, fans suddenly think Harry Styles could show up at Taylor's wedding, and the theories are growing legs. Moving on, Jason Kelce shares the one thing you should absolutely avoid on a first date, based on his own disaster. And finally, Kylie Kelce casually brings up Taylor while talking about the family's elite lineup of bakers.
Taylor makes a banging sourdough loaf. I mean, it's so good. And Pop-Tarts.
You ever sit down to watch a big holiday game, thinking you're just going to vibe, snack, and enjoy the chaos, and then the football gods hand you a comedy sketch you weren't ready for? That's basically the energy rolling through the Chiefs-Cowboys Thanksgiving matchup, where people are now convinced the TV crew straight up mixed up Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift. Yes, in 2025. Yes, with all that high-tech camera gear. Yes, somehow. So here's how it went down. Travis Kelce does his thing in the first quarter, grabs a little 2-yard pass from Mahomes, waltzes into the end zone, and busts out a celebration like he's auditioning for a halftime show. All good vibes, until the cameras hard cut to a VIP suite, where Brittany Mahomes is cheering with the kids, and then, boom, the feed bails faster than someone closing their laptop when the boss walks by. Naturally, the internet lit up like a Christmas tree. Fans start saying the broadcast team probably expected Taylor Swift to be in the suite, only to realize they'd pulled up the wrong blonde bestie. One person joked that the switch-off happened so fast, it felt like the producer panicked the second he realized the pop superstar was not, in fact, in Texas. Another viewer said the camera guy looked like he wanted to serve Swift content, but had to settle for Brittany. Brutal. Meanwhile, insiders have been saying Kelce's fiancé didn't even travel. She hasn't shown up to a Chiefs road game in over a year outside the Super Bowl. So the whole thing really was just a funny little broadcast whiplash moment. Which is wild because the chaos on the field is nothing compared to the circus swirling around Taylor and Travis's wedding plans. Apparently, the couple isn't just planning a wedding, they're basically plotting a mini world tour disguised as nuptials. Fans have been losing their minds ever since Swift dropped the engagement news, and now insiders are stirring the pot by saying there might be multiple weddings on deck. Yes, plural, as if Swifties needed another reason to camp outside hotels with handmade signs. The pair originally wanted a sweet, low-key summer ceremony in Rhode Island. Think breezy ocean vibes, seagulls, pastel linen, the whole soft launch love aesthetic. Rumors even floated that it might happen right at her massive Rhode Island mansion, which feels exactly like something a superstar would do while pretending it's casual. But now the plan has started shape-shifting harder than a plot twist in a Swift bridge. Insiders are whispering that they're looking at Rhode Island and someplace else. Because why have one wedding when you can create a whole franchise?
It's going to be in Rhode Island, where she has her home in Watch Hill. They could actually maybe have this ceremony at this resort that's her neighbor, or have the ceremony there and then have a party there.
And then there's Watch Hill's Ocean House Hotel, sitting next to her property like a fancy guest star waiting for its cameo. Sources claim it might find its way into the plan, maybe as a pre-party palace, maybe as a reception destination, maybe as the place where Travis tries artisanal oysters for the first time and pretends he likes them. But wait, there's more. Those same insiders are now saying the Rhode Island idea might get benched entirely. Instead, Swift and Kelce might level up to an even bigger celebration in a totally different location, all because they want more room for guests. And let's be honest, these two could probably fill a football stadium just with friends, family, ex-teammates, celebrities, and the cousins no one's seen since 2014. One spot supposedly on the table? Blackberry Farm in Tennessee, a luxury resort sprawled across thousands of acres, wrapped in Smoky Mountain scenery like it's auditioning to be the backdrop of a Nicholas Sparks adaptation. The vibe is rustic romantic chic, with a side of "this wedding will break the internet," but neither Swift nor Kelce has said a word publicly yet, which only makes the speculation spiral even harder. And speaking of spirals, the internet is currently doing Olympic-level gymnastics over the next Swift-Kelce drama. the great "Why is Travis in everything?" meltdown of 2025. Buckle up, because this one is pure fandom chaos with a sprinkle of TikTok detective work and a dash of girl what are we doing. So the whole thing fires up again after Swifties catch wind of a new trailer for her The End of an Era docuseries, and instantly everyone's like, why does this feel more like the Travis Kelce show featuring Taylor Swift? It doesn't help that the fandom is still heated from that moment when fans noticed their signed CDs arriving with an extra autograph, Travis's, like he just popped in for a little Sharpie cameo. People were already side-eyeing that, mumbling that nobody bought a limited edition Eras collectible hoping for a bonus NFL signature they never asked for. And now, Disney Plus drops this trailer, and it's giving major couples content energy. Clips roll of Andrea saying Travis brings happiness, Swift layering commentary about how their relationship started with him being salty she didn't meet him, and fans are watching like, okay, cute, but wasn't this supposed to be about the record-breaking tour?
Travis Kelce. He brings a lot of happiness.
The most meaningful relationship I've ever had started with a man saying he was butthurt that I didn't want to meet him. Greatest surprise of my life.
Instead, viewers get Travis doing phone calls, Travis chatting teammates, Travis popping up like the documentary and sponsored by the Chiefs' offensive line.
We basically have the same job.
You got teammates, I got teammates.
You've got Coach Reed, I've got my mom.
Swift tries to balance it out by cracking jokes about how she entertains people with sparkles while he entertains them with collisions. But fans aren't buying it.
We both entertain people, his with considerably more violence than mine.
Some are dropping tweets basically asking why the biggest tour of the century is being treated like a soft launch for a boyfriend PR reel. Others are saying they're catching the ick faster than a bad Hinge date. One person even said if the doc gives Travis more than 5 minutes of screen time, they're out. Popcorn dumped, subscription paused, emotional support cat informed. Which brings us to the latest twist in the Swift multiverse, the sudden surge of wait, is Harry Styles pulling up to the wedding? Because of course the internet saw Harry minding his business in Rome and immediately started building a conspiracy board with string, candles, and a playlist called Directioners Assemble. So here's what actually happened. Harry Styles and Zoe Kravitz were spotted in Rome having the kind of romantic stroll that looks like it was filmed on 35mm. They're holding hands, wandering under terracotta sunsets, doing little cute nose taps like they're auditioning for an indie film about love and ethically sourced espresso. Naturally, the moment fans clocked Italy, plus Harry, plus soft lighting, they yelled, he's totally going to Taylor's wedding. Because early whispers once floated an Italian venue for Swift and Kelce's nuptials, and boom, chaos. But plot twist, updated chatter from insiders has basically slapped a big, not happening babe sticker on that theory. Word is, Swift and Kelce are now locking in her Rhode Island mansion as the main event space. That immediately knocks Harry's hypothetical stroll down the aisle moment from maybe to girl, be serious. Unless he teleports from Rome to New England dressed as a hydrangea, it's looking like he's sitting this one out. Which is honestly the same energy Jason Kelce brought to the dating world when he casually reminded everyone what not to do on a first date. And trust me, this man's story is so unhinged it deserves its own caution sign. Jason sits down for this interview, all proud of his new grill-scented fragrance. Yes, a cologne inspired by barbecue smoke, because the Kelce brothers refuse to do anything normally, and he starts dropping dating wisdom like he's the love guru of Philadelphia. Except his big tip? Basically, don't be like me. And when Jason Kelce says that, you already know the story is about to be chaotic. He goes back to his very first date with Kylie, which was supposed to be cute, romantic, maybe flirty if the universe was kind. Instead, he knocked out, fully asleep, on a first date. Not dozed off for a second. No, we're talking needs to be physically removed from the premises levels of sleep. One of his teammates, Bo Allen, apparently had to scoop him up like a toddler who refused to leave a playground, except instead of giggles, it was pure deadweight. Bo later joked about how exhausting it was carrying him, which honestly paints a vivid picture of Jason as a human sandbag in jeans. Jason admits this was not his finest moment, understatement of the century, and that he barely remembers anything from the night besides seeing Kylie and thinking she was stunning before immediately failing the assignment of staying conscious. Luckily, Kylie was a real one and decided to give him a second chance instead of filing the date under "and that's why we don't swipe right." Kylie Kelce is now casually name-dropping her future sister-in-law Taylor Swift like it's just another Tuesday in Kelce land, and honestly, the way she brings it up is peak "I'm not stressed because my family is already stacked." Kylie hops onto her podcast and basically confesses she feels zero pressure to become some Pinterest-level pastry queen, because the Kelce crew already has a lineup of heavy-hitting bakers. She mentions Donna's legendary dinner rolls, Grandma Mary's iconic cookies, and then drops the real bomb, Taylor making sourdough so good it probably has its own fan club.
Taylor makes a banging sourdough loaf. I mean, it's so good. And Pop-Tarts. The one thing that I bake the most is banana chocolate chip muffins. We do have well-known bakers in the family. Donna's dinner rolls, big hit. Grandma Mary had great chocolate chip cookies.
According to insiders, Taylor even bakes Pop-Tart style treats like she's running a gourmet breakfast empire out of pure vibes. No wonder Kylie's like, yeah, I'm chilling. The baking department is fully staffed.
That's even more why I don't need to lean into being a baker, because it's covered. So I'm just going to keep enjoying what is made.
Kylie does have her own go-tos: chocolate chip cookies, funfetti cupcakes, banana choco chip everything. But even she knows she's not competing with a woman who casually whips up rainbow funfetti sourdough because the kids like sprinkles. Taylor's been baking for the girls for months, rotating flavors like she's doing a bakery tour. Blueberry lemon, cinnamon swirl, cinnamon raisin. She's basically the Swiftie Martha Stewart. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.